All right, here we are for round number 3. We're 0-2, playing against Pablo Crucita. We are on the draw. I've got some cards. I'll keep this. This hand looks fine. Gonna cycle this Forgotten Cave almost for sure. I don't know what I'm hoping to play against, but I know it's not Stompy. Why can't I play against these Stompy decks when I play my real decks? Like whenever I come out, bring my real decks, run into decks that are better than this. Decks that are better than Stompy. So all my decks are kind of tooled to beat Stompy, which is why I would like to play against it most of the time. Obviously this deck is not tooled to beat anything other than Turbo Fog. We definitely have a good matchup against those Jace's Erasure decks. I'm not sure they could possibly beat us, even if they got all 4 of them down. Plus all of our opponents keep having excellent draws, which I don't think is very fair. Because you should get like your worst possible draw if you're playing against my deck. Alright, gonna hold up Prohibit here. And I'll cycle the Forgotten Cave if my opponent doesn't play anything, but it's Stompy, they're gonna play something, you know? They're not exactly known for patience, etc. Another land. So that's good for us that they have another land at least. That means they've only got 3 spells at the most left. I'd be pretty surprised if we could take a game off of Stompy, even when we're on the play. But I know for a fact we're not taking one off them on the draw. Alright, we prohibiting something? Sure, that guy's got 2 power, I'll prohibit him. Why not, right? It's the same as all their other guys, pretty much. Okay, Vault Scourge. So glad I countered this rather than the Vault Scourge. The Vault Scourges are a lot less damage, of course. Magma Spray, alright, alright. So let's go ahead and play the Night's Whisper. Evan Carr's Justice, can't cast it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Magma Spray now. I guess the Nest Invader. So I need to draw a black source desperately so I can kill all their guys. And I need to draw it, you know, yesterday. Rancor. So I guess that makes me regret playing this Magma Spray, but the problem is if they draw like a pump spell and I try to Magma Spray, suddenly I'm dead. So that's not great. I need a swamp, like I don't really have outs besides just drawing a swamp. So if I draw an instant speed removal spell, I can still win. So let's just start with this. Okay. Need to draw an instant speed removal spell. Darn, who'd have thought our mana would get us in this 3-color 1,000 card deck? Who would have thought that that could happen to me? So 1 mana instant speed removal. There's not that many. I mean, there's like 30 or 40, but that's not that many in a deck of this size. Doing the same sideboarding as before. Let's bring these Electrickeries and a Dizzy Spell, and then I don't know what I'm taking out. Some kind of expensive counter mana, counter magic, I guess. Ooh, Looter Core seems bad, sure. I don't know. All our cards are pretty bad against them. We got a ton of cards that are terrible against them. What do we have in here? We got 1 Capsize, looking good. Spellstarter Sprite, nice. Scarab Feast could be a good one. Ooh, Unburden seems pretty bad. Maybe I don't want Unburden. Ooh, this is another sweet one. Oh, we lost it. Alright, I've got all my colors. I've got some spells. Let's keep. Snap, keep. Gonna lead off with an island. Then I have a tough decision on turn 2 if I want to hold up Mana Leak or if I want to play my Dimir Aqueduct. It will depend a lot on whether or not on what I draw. If I draw another land, there's a decent chance I'm gonna hold up Mana Leak one turn and then Logic Knot for 1 the next turn. Even if I draw a tapped land, I'll probably still play the Mana Leak, hold up the Mana Leak. But who knows? This is the type of hand that we could definitely win with. It's not terrible. I can cast every spell in my hand with the mana in my hand, which is, pretty unrealistic for this deck. All right, the best possible turn 1, a 2/2. Ooh, yeah. Let's play this. Let's play this tapped land. We got him now. We got him now. Man, how tilted would you be if, like, main deck, I just played one of these against you? Man, that would be so good. I would love it. Let's just say I'd be very happy if that happened to me against a Stompy deck. So, we got the attacks here. Probably going to play a Pit Skulk, would be my guess. This line. Yeah, this line smells like a Pit Skulk. It reeks of Pit Skulk. So I'm probably going to play this Zombie Outlander. Hopefully I draw a red land that comes into play tapped. Alright, well, I play you anyway. I do have to decide if it's worth it for me to block the Nettle Sentinel when it attacks. I think the answer is yes. If he attacks with both, I'm going to block the Pit Skulk. I can play Chittering Rats next turn or Stagger Shock. Stagger Shock is far more likely going to be my play. It's also possible my opponent is going to load up this Pit Skulk with Hunger of the Howl Pack, and then I'll be able to Victim of Night it. But we'll see what happens. Any pump spell means I can't block this Pit Skulk. Alright, Mutagenic Growth. Sure thing. See if I'm dead this turn. I could be, I think, with double... No, I can't quite be dead this turn. Well, double Groundswell plus... Yeah, I could die to double Groundswell plus... another Mutagenic Growth, right? No, maybe not with my block. Oh yeah, that would be exactly lethal, so... Yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, there's the Hunger. Kind of expected that. Now I have to decide if they don't play the Rancor here, I have to decide if I want to just Victim this. Okay, well, opponent making my decision easy. Untapped Black Source. Ooh, another untapped Black Source. That kind of makes me want to do it in their upkeep. No, it's just too risky. Alright, get Victim, sucker. There's no way for me to hold up my Logic Knot or Mana Leak here. Which is unfortunate, of course. But I do have Stagger Shock for the next thing. And I'll be able to rat some stuff to the top. It'll be all good. I got my zombie. Getting his beat down on. So I am kind of looking like I may very well take a game against this deck. I'm not sure, but it's looking possible. So if they put a Rancor on the Eldrazi spawn, I think I'm going to Stagger Shock the Nest Invader. Also might just Chittering Rats, and then I'll be able to hold up Mana Leak. I don't know yet. I really don't want to lose my Stagger Shock to them sacrificing their Eldrazi spawn. I'd really like to get both halves of the Stagger Shock. Also, I got these white bordered Mana Leaks just to tilt the opponent. I have like full art ones and a bunch of black bordered ones, but these are like better for tilting people. All right, we got a pit skulk in the house. So that guy's gonna be able to get a Rancor and be bigger. I think I just want to. I just want to play the Chittering Rats, I think. And hold up Mana Leak. If they play the Rancor, they can just sacrifice their Eldrazi spawn, but I'm actually okay with that because then my Stagger Shock should be able to take everything out. So let's see what my opponent does. I'm expecting a Mana Leak or a Rancor on this Pit Skulk. This will only burn me a bit if my opponent has Mutagenic Growth as their last card. So maybe I'll just Rift Bolt the Pit Skulk instead. Oh, that's interesting. They're going really all in here. Well, I can't actually counter that. So I guess it's a 4/4 now. I can Mana Leak that though. So we're on a quick clock. I need to find a removal. Or something like that. That's pretty risky to play that Hunger of the Hell Pack like that. I would have almost certainly played those in the opposite order, because if I had a burn spell, I guess they don't, do they know that I'm red? Maybe they don't know that I'm playing red. How about like a Flame Slash? Memory Lapse. Well, that's not on time at all. So I can suspend this Rift Bolt, and then I can kill the Pit Skulk on my next turn. Might as well attack with my Rat. See if they feel like trading. Honestly, they almost should trade. So I think we're in okay shape here. Yep, so I'm gonna Memory Lapse that, I think. Should I just Logic Knot it? Let's Logic Knot it. It's actually gonna be potentially a little annoying. Okay, so we take 4. I get to kill the Pit Skulk. If I draw an untapped land, I can still hold up the Memory Lapse, otherwise I can't. Okay. Alright, Rift Bolt, targeting the Pit Skulk. This is a close game, it's tight. I need to draw some of my card draw spells. Finish this guy off. Plunk. Alright. Not an untapped land. I don't want to die to Rancor, so I'm not going to attack. Alright. So I'm not dead to Rancor. I'm not really dead to anything, but I do have a problem if they play a flyer. Actually, I don't have a problem if they play a flyer, because I can kill it. I can kill it with my Rebound. So I think I would rather kill the Nest Invader. Chainer's Edict, huh? Oh yeah, we're getting in there. I think we won this game, you guys. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win. So I'm just gonna counter any creatures. Yep, even that one. I'm actually gonna put it on top, I think. Just so my opponent has to draw it again. All right. Then I got the remove soul. And the land should lock it up. Now I can flashback my Chainer's Edict. If they draw a Young Wolf, they can still survive. They'll lose their Young Wolf as well. So I'll be able to attack with both these guys. Quirion Ranger not going to do it. I already have enough mana for the flashback. My opponent's going to pick up a land. I don't know. They're wasting a lot of time, unfortunately. So I'm sorry about that for those of you who are watching. Spent 10 minutes. 10 minutes doing that stuff. Got him. Got him with the flashback on the edict. Well, we won a game, so that's pretty impressive that we were able to win a game. So I didn't come across anything that was just terribly bad that it would make me want to play a Rewind or a Looteril Core, so let's just run it back. Even these Death Rattles still hit some creatures in their deck, so I'm going to leave them in. Oh, is this the time? Is this the time, you guys? Isn't it a little pathetic that I've won 2 games already, though, even though I haven't won any matches? Like, this deck took a game off of multiple players. This player didn't even mulligan. Well, this hand is bad, but I'll keep it anyway. I've got some counter spells and a portent, and I got a removal spell if I find red mana. I don't know. Pit Skulk, okay. Pretty happy to see that get played on turn 1. I don't foresee myself cycling that. It's possible I should have just played an island so I could play my portent sooner. Okay, they do have their second land, unfortunately. And a Rancor, so that means at least we're not getting hit with Burning Tree Emissaries. I'm expecting another Pit Skulk. Otherwise, it's a little strange to play out this one on turn 1. Okay. No more Pit Skulks. Drew another piece of removal. So now if I draw any colors besides blue, I'll be fine. Another Rancor. Yeah, I'll Rune Snag that. My opponent didn't have any other plays last turn, so might as well just play that one. For those of you who don't know what some of these spells do, I'm giving you like a good lesson for the next time you play like Vintage Rotisserie Draft or something. So I'm going to portent myself. No lands means I'm going to shuffle. I'll put the Muldrifter on top. We'll see if I draw it on the next upkeep. I wanted to cast it now, so if I draw a true counterspell, I could have it on their turn. Like the actual card counterspell. See if I draw a Muldrifter here. Nope. Okay, so we drew all blue sources, unfortunately. Hopefully we get a creature here. I'd prefer if they played nothing at all, but Burning Tree Emissary would be a nice one for me to see. I'd be happy to false summoning one of those. Bone Splitter. So my opponent is pretty set on holding up their Vines of the Vastwood, it looks like. It's possible I should just play this Crypt Rats so I can I might just die if I do that. I mean, I'm probably going to die no matter what. But I'm going to hold up this Echoing Decay for now. Let's put a stop here. My opponent didn't play a land, so Groundswell isn't going to make it bigger. Okay. So now if I draw a black source or a red source, I can kill this guy. That's my reasoning for making that play. Drew another blue source, unfortunately. Oop. Don't want to just do that. Let's quick F3 here. Good thing my opponent has stops all over my turn that they don't need, because I would have just F6 through this, but I want to play this guy. So maybe I should have played this guy last turn. Wouldn't have mattered, I don't think. So let's, I think I have to actually let that resolve. So I'm hoping I can draw a like a life gain land or something, like a way to gain life, so that I can Crypt Rats without dying and sweep both these up. See if my opponent's willing to go for it here. Man, Snuff Out would have been really nice last turn. Could have snuffed that guy with the Echoing, or with the Vines on the stack. Could have killed this dude. I'm getting ready to concede here. Oh my gosh, you guys, my opponent's taking forever. Can you imagine if I was playing a real deck? How would they ever finish on time? Yes, no. Alright, they did it. My opponent succeeded, darn. So I guess we're on to round 4, we're 0-3. We're still fighting. We're gonna get a win with this meme deck if my name, I don't know what we're gonna do if I don't get a win, but I don't expect I'm gonna get a win. Oh no, I forgot to plug in my computer. So I will see you guys back for next round.